Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. In the second video on this weekend, I thought maybe it makes sense to take a look at the Great British Pound, because last time we have talked about it approximately a month ago. But from time to time you're asking about what to expect, because indeed the situation on the cable is not really very clear. But this is understandable right now because Great Britain is involving in a few ongoing processes that have the really global meaning. So, as economically and politically, it stands in the center of these events. So you probably know it's about just few, to name few. This is Brexit. You know, the Skripal tensions right now. Also, this is the campaign, a long-term campaign in Syria. Economically, the situation in the United Kingdom is also not really very positive. So it's Bank of England, as you know, has reduced the forecast for the growth in 2018. So initially it was 0.8%. Right now is 3%. So it's significantly decreasing. So the voting process on the rating increase is also now is not as solid as it was previously. So actually the Fathom Consulting has made a release on the comment policy by the Bank of England, and it's really interesting. We have put our material on this topic in the weekly thread, so you could read it. So the shortly speaking, currently is really questioned whether the rate will be increased in May, although investors expect it, and even last statement on 2 weeks ago on Thursday, this was some hint that probably the rate should be increased, but it's not the fact yet. And particularly the Fathom Consulting, as you know, previously we very often have taken a look at their analysis and their forecast. You know that they use very often the contrary opinion, and it has worked very often as well. So indeed, and right now they again stand on the contrary opinion. They tell that most probable that rate will not be increased in May, but if it will, that will not turn to the tightening cycle. So it will be 1-2 rate increases, but not the cycle of increasing. So why I'm talking about this is that situation on the Great British Pound due to all these events stands very dynamic, and the things that you thought is rock hard stable and that you see on the charts just yesterday, and you thought that's really very, very reliable, in a few days it could turn from upside down. So its situation changes very, very, very fast. Currently, guys, on the Great British Pound, we do not have really very bright patterns. Not on any chart, we do not have it. On the monthly, on the weekly, all that we have are the couple of bearish grabbers on the weekly that suggest the taking out of these lows. You'll take a look at the weekly chart, you will see it. At the same time, although market stands in the strong monthly resistance, reaction on this resistance is not very strong. So this is just the freight retracement and not to the major level on the weekly and monthly chart. This is very flat and minor retracement. So overall context on the long-term chart still stands moderately bullish, but the problem here from the long-term perspective is that market stands in an area. Actually, this is the top of the harmonic swing retracement and strong monthly resistance. Previously, 3-4 times when the market completes this harmonic swing, it turns down. That's why it's a very important moment, because if market will fail to break this area to the upside, it will mean that it will turn down. since no other choices exist. So here should be some bright action either to the upside, the breakout will happen, because by this action, market will break the harmony of this retracement that was standing on the market on the monthly chart for the 3-4 times already. And that will be a very important moment. Besides, market will break yearly pivot resistance 1, which tells us that this is not just the retracement, this is the real new trend. This is possible to be formed on the monthly chart. And also it will be the breakout of the strong monthly resistance. So that will be clear bullish signs. But currently, guys, market hasn't done it yet. So it's just calling around the top of the harmonic swing on the monthly chart. At the same time, on the weekly chart, trend has turned bearish, and 2 side-by-side bearish grabbers has been formed. They are suggest just action below these lows. So for the weekly chart, it's not really very significant action. If market even will reach 136, it will not break the overall bullish scenario, bullish sentiment on the weekly chart. That will be just retracement. That's why currently, guys, I think that it's not in time yet to talk about the possible bearish reversal or something of that sort. Let's just keeping what will happen with the grabbers because we have the clear pattern. Until market stands below this top, these grabbers will be valid. So dropping to the daily chart, we could suggest it probably could take the shape kind of the ABCD pattern here. And target of this pattern stands 136. But as I said, situation could change very fast due to the massive impact of different factors that have the global meaning. Currently it looks like the flat retracement, but it easily could turn to something bigger. If here we will get some acceleration very fast dropping, that could change the overall context in the bearish side. And we could get the clear bearish signs here as well. But currently, we're just watching for ABCD. It's 136. So we have bearish context. So on the weekly chart, we have grabbers and bearish trend. On the daily chart, we have bearish trend as well. Market right now stands very close to the new April pivot point. This will be the support around 39.90 area. Now let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, intraday chart. Here you can see the downward action has started with a nicely looking hand and shoulders pattern. But mostly this pattern already is done because at least minimum target has been hit already. As you can see, A, B, C top OP target has been reached. Now market stands under strong support. This is the confidence and the agreement because this also OP target has been met. It means that on the coming week, in the beginning of the week at least, on the Great British Pound, we need to keep an eye on possible retracement. This also will be a monthly pivot point, by the way. During this retracement, our particular attention should stand on possible Gartley's triple to sell pattern or some other bearish continuation pattern, because that will just tell us whether the market will continue to move lower or we should wait for something else. But currently it seems, for example, if market will start forming kind of the ABC reaction to the upside, that could become the Gartley's triple to sell. This will confirm the downward continuation, and maybe market will proceed right to the XOP targets around 139.50. So that's our short-term plan on Great British Pound. So since we have moderately bearish context, it's not really very aggressive, but still it's bearish, we need to keep an eye on the possible bearish scenarios that could be formed currently on the 4-hour time frame chart, on the hourly chart. Most probable, if they will be formed, this will be some kind of the Gartley's triple to sell or something of that sort. So because as we have bearish context, we need to keep an eye on possible downward continuation and the patterns that market could form for us here in this direction.